Okay. Hi guys, this is Makhaza, and this is Positive Vibes Community Youth Club, and this is my mum Mona Lisa Makhaza, and thank you guys. We're just going to be talking about the impact, how it has upon many young teenagers like me myself. Thank you.
Lockdown.
Of lockdown, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much, Sean, for introducing me to Positive Vibes Community Club. It's had a very good positive impact on us. Thank you so much, Positive Vibes Community Club, for the work that you're doing with the young people, the encouragement, the meetings that you're doing for the young people, because we know that the young people are going through a lot of challenges, really, Sean, in this lockdown. So we just thought we'll just put a short video to encourage other young people and say, you know what, you're not alone. So I'm just going to just pick little questions, just to prompt Sean, just to share with us. So Sean, tell us, how are you feeling being on lockdown?
I'm glad you asked that question, Mom. Lockdown has, it sounds like it's really a bad thing, but it's really taught me a lot in life, especially with school, and going for exercise outside, once every day. It's been very hard, but at the end of the day, it's also teach me something.
Yeah. Thank you so much. So I like that because you said it's taught you something. So what has it taught you? I know me and you have had conversations before, and you've spoken about the positive part of it. It's not only always the negative of lockdown, but you've said to you it's taught you something. And Sean, tell me, what has it taught you in terms of your education?
In terms of my education, it's taught me a lot that I've been working more independent, because if I was in school, I'll be interacting with my friends, asking, what's this and that. But since I've been on my own doing my education, it's really taught me that, after all this, Sean, when you're doing your work, it's better off with yourself, and I've been calculating things better with myself, and it's really opened doors for my education. Even finding things in English, it's really helped me by a mile. So yeah.
Wow. Well, I'm really glad, because you've said that, Sean, that sometimes it's hard to be on lockdown and learning on your own. But the other positive thing is you can also be an independent researcher. You can be an independent learner. You don't depend upon the teacher a lot. You don't depend upon your colleagues. It's good to depend upon your classmates. But at the end of the day, it's making you want to read, because no one is going to tell you that or do things like this. So you're now independent with your learning. So you've gained some skills in terms of education. So that's really good. But on the flip side, how do you feel about not attending school physically? What's the impact on that on you?
I'm glad you asked that one, because it's had a major impact of the way I act. It's had a major impact on the way I've been doing things. Like at school, I'd go, I'd walk, and I'd have all this fresh air. I have this fresh feeling. I'm going to school. I'm going to go and learn for my education. But it's really affected that, because I loved walking. It gave me good exercise. Fresh air. Yeah, exactly.
Seeing new people, faces.
Amazing. Yeah, even interacting with people. You can go and talk with people about things, and catch up with them, what's going on in their lives, and obviously our lives and stuff like that. So yeah.
Wow. I'm impressed. But I like it that you're continuing to be positive, and but also the other thing I wanted to say was social skills on lockdown, because you guys are young, you're developing different skills, you're developing social skills, physical skills, psychological skills, emotional skills. So what are you doing to continue with your social skills? Are you talking to your friends? And tell us how you're talking to your friends.
Well, again, a good question, because I question myself, how am I gonna, if I can't see my friends, how am I gonna communicate with my friends? So we decide to think smartly, and we communicate with social media, WhatsApp and things like that. And I think it's really good, because I never would have really have thought of that because of lockdown. But yeah, it's I've been catching up with them, making group chats, educational group chats and things like that. So yeah, it's been going really good.
Oh, so thank you, Sean, for that. So you've talked about speaking to your, so being creative now. So you've become creative in developing your social skills. You're talking to your friends, you're reaching out on WhatsApp, on FaceTime, on Instagram. I don't know all these new things, by the way, but I know that you are reaching out, you are talking to somebody. And tell us the importance of talking to other people, reaching out instead of just locking yourself in the room and not talking to others. Tell us how important for you is it to talk to other people.
I think that it's very, very, very majorly important in life, because talking to your friends is another way to get your feelings out. It's another way to have fun, and not even friends with parents like you, because I tell you guys everything, and even you can't even bottle up all the information inside you, because if you do that, that's really bad for you. But even telling your friends and your parents, it's just amazing,
So speaking out.
Yeah, speaking out.
If you're feeling not happy, if you're feeling lonely, just speak out, because we always ask you guys, how are you feeling? I know sometimes you're teenagers, you don't want to talk, but sometimes you do talk to us when you're worried about something. So it's very important for you young people to speak out, to reach out to your families. Just let it out instead of just keeping inside.
And don't be afraid to talk to your parents, your friends, because your parents are there, from the beginning and the end, they will support you all the time. Like my mom here, she always supports me, no matter how big the situation. And
I try.
But that's what I love about parents.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you. So what would you say to other children? Just one word, speak out.
What I would like to
about speaking
out to other children is that I would love for them to encourage other people, to encourage even more people to talk to their parents, their friends, their family members, because during this lockdown things are happening. People are feeling not so good because we're inside. But even taking a breather outside is very good. So go take for a walk, maybe like my mom does, or I go for a run, or maybe go and talk to your friends or something like that, or interact with your family more. So
so talk more, have some exercise, speak to your family when you're worried, when you're happy, when you're joyful, speak out. And also as well, I know you've talked about the way you're coping is you are speaking to your friends, you're talking to your parents, you are reaching out to people with anything. And the other thing that I know, my son, that God has given you a gift, and you have a gift of music, and you are so passionate with music, because every day in the morning when you wake up, I hear music. When you go to bed, it's music. It's either drums. So tell us about your passion, and how old did you start having this love for music?
Music is like a body part to me. It's always inside me, and I always want to express my feelings. If I want to express my feelings, I love playing music. And even my mom, she when she goes upstairs, she hears music in my room, because I love to show my feelings within my music. And I've been playing music, my drums, since I was 1 year old, and it really is important to me, because I love telling people these stories, and how I grew up in church, how God gave me this gift, and how it gave me an advantage to my music career, in my GCSE music careers, things like that. So it's gone pretty great.
And I think, Sean, you don't give yourself credit, and I want to give you credit that you've made us so proud about music. You love music. Music is your passion, and one thing I like about it is you express yourself through music. It's food to you. And I remember when Sean was one, we used to go to my he's not gonna be happy, but we used to go to my grandmother's to his grandmother's house in Manchester, and the grandmother would be she would take all her pots out, and Sean would take some spoons, and he would do practice and things like that. And on your first gift of Christmas, your Christmas gift, do you remember what it was?
You bought me a drum set.
Yep, a drum set. And tell us, what did you used to do? In the morning, you woke up and you would go straight where?
First thing I would think about, them drums. I'll hop on them drums every night. Think about them drums, everything, just drums. And I just wanted to encourage those ones. Don't be afraid to express your feelings, because the way I express my feelings is within playing drums, talking to my parents. So for all those teenagers out there, youngsters like me, don't be afraid to go and talk to your parents.
Find your gift, find what you're good at, isn't it? Like Sean is saying, find what you're good at. Find things that you're passionate about. If you're passionate about writing, write. write. If you want to write novels, this is the time when you're on lockdown, you have your time. Do your writing. If you like meditation, meditate. If you anything that you like to do, just go and do it. Sean finds comfort in music, and when he listens to music, even when you're sitting, sometimes you can't even speak to him because he's just listening to his music. He loves music; it's his passion. And Sean, tell us places that you've played music
Oh, I've played
since
music.
you were young, since you were probably 4 years old, I think.
I've been playing in church, different churches and things like that. I've been playing in Doncaster, AFM,
Yeah.
Manchester Central, SDA, in Manchester, everywhere, in London.
You've played for other churches as well. They've asked you to play other
Yeah,
churches.
they've asked me to play for even famous artists like Uche, Zaza, people like
Oh,
amazing
yeah,
people
you've
like
played
that.
for Zaza, haven't you, from South Africa?
Yeah.
And you've played for Uche. And I think we had a guest. Was it Lloyd? We played for him from Zimbabwe once.
Yeah, from Doncaster.
He was a guest, wasn't he?
Yes, it was
so
amazing.
you're actually a celebrity. I'm actually sitting with a celebrity because I forget sometimes, but he's reminded me that he's played with so much big people. And so without music, do you think you can ever cope without music?
No, because I really thought that when I first heard music, the first thing what came to my mind was drums.
Yeah.
The beat, because it was the loudest instrument of all. The beat, exactly. It just gave me this major confidence, looking at, and then after that, looking at superstars like Eric Moore, Tony Royce Jr., people like that. They just motivated me to do even more and more and more, and it's just outrageous, people.
So you've looked at people who are good at it, and you have learned as well from them. So learning from other people as well, it helps, doesn't it?
It's a very unique thing to do because most of my friends, they would either do football or do something else like rugby, which I do, but the unique thing about it was that people heard was like, oh, Sean, you play drums.
Yeah.
And, it really helped me, because I felt like, wow, I'm the first person to play drums, and it really helped me, and it got me noticed in school and things like that. And people from year 6 would come to our year 2 classroom just to come and watch me play drums, and I was so surprised because this many people in the classroom. But it was amazing
because you are good at music. That's what God has given you. It's a gift that God has given you. And I remember we came to your school and we watched you. What was that about? Because you were called in awards. I can't remember
the music awards.
Music awards. Sean was one of the people that was called the music awards, and he played. And I'll just go back again, Sean, and take you back to when you spoke about playing in church. And is this a way for you to worship God? Is this a way how you worship God? Because I know you believe in God, right?
Yeah.
Is that a way you sort of worship God? What tell us when you're playing in church? Is it about playing for people? Is it about showing yourself? Or what is it about? Is it about connecting with God? Tell us, what is it about?
I love that question again, because playing drums is not because of playing for people. Playing drums is because of God and only God, because God is the one that brought me into this earth. He's the one that gave me this gift. And for me to go and do his work, encourages me and thinks that, you know what, I'm not doing this so people can go, oh yeah, Sean's so good. No, I'm doing this because God gave me this gift.
Amen.
You don't want to throw away that gift in the bin, because God has spent time, with you and stuff like that. So I think that it's all about God. I've been getting better. I've been upgrading myself because of church, because of family and everything, and praying to God. So that's the reason why. Because of God. Always.
So when you play in church, so do you feel a connection? Do you sort of close your eyes and say, "This is for you, God. This is my worship"? Because when it comes to worship, when it comes to praise, people worship God differently. Some people are worshipers; they will sing. I'm not a singer, but I know you worship God through your drums. You praise God through your drums. Everything is about the drums. That's your instrument to worship God. And I also want to ask you, in your family, have you got somebody that you've been looking up to about music, obviously?
I've been looking up to my dad, Brighton Makhaza. He plays the bass. He's been playing for many famous people back in Zimbabwe, and watching him play the bass, just gave me again that thing of, oh, so if he does this, I can do this. and even talking to him about music has given me such encouragement, and that's how I started playing drums. Even my uncle as well, he plays drums too. He's a reverend now, but he still plays drums, he plays bass, he plays keyboard, and he also gave me that motivational of thinking, wow, if he can do this, then I think I'll be able to do this, and he'll be able to teach me and loads of things. So yeah, that's yeah.
Wow.
Looking up to dad,
Wow. So your dad plays music, as we know, and we know that he's played with very famous people, different people that he's played with, and now he's playing at church. He's using his gift again to worship God. So we thank God for that, and we thank you for this time, for encouraging young people that, you know what, just to sum it up, we are on lockdown. It's not very easy. It's very difficult. It's a very, very painful, a very sad time that we are going through. But we just want to encourage you, youth, that, you know what, just find something that you love, something that you like. If it's prayer, if it's music like Sean, take up that gift. Use that gift. If it's writing songs, write songs, isn't it, Sean? If it's whatever you want to do that makes you feel better, do something. Don't be quiet. Speak out. Speak to people. Share your feelings. Share your pain. Share your joy. Show your emotions. Don't just keep it inside. Just talk to someone that you trust, someone that you think they will help you. Please don't just keep it inside. We know that loneliness is not good. Speak to somebody. And I will leave this time for you, Sean. If you are looking at the young people, and just encourage them before we sort of close down our interview, and just encourage them what to do on this lockdown.
To encourage you guys, I think that you guys should, sit down, talk with your parents. If you're not close with your parents, talk to your parents, ask them how they're doing. Like, I come down from downstairs and say, oh yeah, mom, dad, good morning. How are you guys?
Yeah.
Because if I'm just going to walk past, it's not opening up. If you open up, it's very good. Even if you can't talk to your parents, talk to God. You have the Holy Spirit by your side. God is always by your side. He's everywhere. He's with you when you're sleeping. He's with you when you're awake. He's everywhere. Just have that sense of feeling that don't always think you're alone, because you've always got that one person in your life, which is God, your parents. You've got many people in your life. So always know that. Don't give up on your feelings. Don't give up on anything, because if you keep on fighting, you will get there in the end. So thank you very much.
And one thing before we close again, that I know that with this lockdown, that can really become a negative thing, is spending too much time on social media. And we always discuss it in this house. We have rules. We have time where you guys go on social media, but then we have time when we say, Sean, I think it's Isaac, all of you need to put your phones off. It's time for family. It's time for us to talk. It's time for us to eat food when we are eating. Out, Exactly, when we are eating. So tell us, Sean, the bad things of just spending too much time on media. What can it do to your mind if you're just always on media from morning till the sunset, or all night, and you don't get enough sleep? So tell us, because you are a young person.
I think it's been proven that when you're on your social media, it kind of affects the way you are as a human being. So if I'm on my phone way too much, it's going to affect the way I see, the way I act, my hygiene, things like that. If I'm on my phone at night, pretty much almost all night, then it's going to affect, my sleep, and I'm going to have weird sleeping patterns and things like that, but
your behavior as well.
My behavior, exactly.
Education,
yeah. But however, the rules in this house has helped me a lot, because I know that there is that deadline, If I'm not on my phone, then I've got time to think. I've got time to breathe. I can't always be looking at a screen, because it's just going to affect the way I act, the way I see my eyes and things like that, my education and stuff like that.
And I like it when you say it gives me time to think, because all of us, we need time to think. We need time to reflect on the day. You need to sit down. I go to work, but there's a time when I have to sit down and reflect, and just have that time to just to calm down, and just so it's quite good for young people as well. As as good as talking to other people on social media, it's also good to have time off media, have family time, speak to your family, do some other things.
Even going for a
yeah,
walk.
Yeah, just because we are allowed to go for a walk for 1 hour. Obviously, we are not allowed to be out there at the moment, but just for a walk with your parents and doing it safely as well, and not mixing with other people. But you know what? One word shown to others is,
we just want to thank you guys for watching this video, and this is a hard time. This is very, very tough time, and I get it, but we'll come there, because we all know that there is a race to finish, and we know that this pandemic is not going to be going on all this year, but we're just praying. We're just gonna keep on thinking about you guys. You may not think that we know you, but we just want to express ourselves to you, and tell you how much
positive.
Keep positive.
You're not alone.
Exactly.
We are
check
all
our websites
into
and
it.
things like that. So we just want to say we're always with you guys. Don't be afraid to go and talk to your parents. Don't be afraid to go and talk to your friends and things like that. So we just want to thank you guys.
And also thank you to Positive Vibes Community Club. It's been very good because it offers young people a time to speak out. It offers young people chances to express themselves during meetings. They meet up, they do quizzes. Last time I think one of my sons won something. So it's keeping the young people busy. So thank you so much, Positive Vibes Community Club, Youth Club. May you continue to do your work, and thank you so much. And also, even though I was not supposed to be here as a mother, thank you for me sharing my time with my son and just having this chat. And I think maybe this is not going to be the end of us. We are just going to come in and just having a chat with different things. It could be other things, not just lockdown. But thank you so much for joining us.
And most importantly, be yourself all the time.
Be yourself. Yeah.
Because you don't want to walk in somewhere trying to be so exactly. You don't want to be someone else. Just be yourself. Be natural. Be yourself.
Amen.
Because without these phones, imagine what it would be like. But with these phones, we're being distracted. So don't let the phones distract you from being yourself. Always be yourself. And thank you for watching, guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.